Hair loss, trouble breathing, fertility issues. Those are just a handful of symptoms that can come with hyperthyroidism.
You've probably never given your thyroid a second thought. It's the gland in your neck that controls everything from how fast your heart beats to how fast you burn calories.
And a lot of people are considering it. You know, when you think about people who say, I have an issue with my thyroid, it kind of comes across the news headlines. Medical experts say 59 million people across the country suffer from either an underactive or an overactive thyroid, and most don't even know they have this issue.
CBS 11 I-Team reporter Mireya Villarreal was one of them until a concerned viewer reached out to her. What happened?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here so early in the morning. You know, it actually happened about 8 years ago. I got an email from a nurse when I was working in South Texas. She said she'd been watching me closely and noticed that my eyes had started to bulge and my throat right in this area had started to swell. Several weeks later, a visit with my doctor revealed I did have hyperthyroidism. And over the last year, my symptoms reached an all-time high. So after talking things over with my husband, we decided to have my thyroid surgically removed. We'll be keeping tabs on his case, but it's their style and the...
For nearly 8 years, I've been battling hyperthyroidism with medicine, a medicine that was never intended to be taken long-term.
Hyperthyroidism typically can occur in any patient, whether they're young or they're old. It is more common in females. Hyperthyroidism typical symptoms are heart racing, some tremors, some shakes, some weight loss, as well as some fatigue.
In the last year, things I love to do, like running, were no longer possible because my body and, more importantly, my heart couldn't handle the stress. Which is why, after some serious thought, we decided to have my thyroid removed.
Surgery is typically the least common way of treating the hyperthyroid patient, as it can carry the most risks. More commonly, we do medications or the radioactive iodine.
No need to turn away if blood makes you queasy. Even I didn't want to see the graphic parts of my own surgery, which is why you'll see a close-up of these needles, medicine dripping through this IV, and a cool shot of Dr. Yadro Ducic focused on removing my thyroid.
By removing it, it allows us to have better control of our thyroid hormones.
It only took 24 minutes for Dr. Ducic and his team at Baylor All Saints to remove my thyroid gland, transforming me from hyperthyroid to hypo.
She'll have a little bit of discomfort at the incision site. She has a little drain and sutures, and they need to come out in a few days, and that's about it. So she should feel better in the long run as well.
Now, that surgery was nearly 2 months ago. My throat and my vocal cords are finally starting to settle back in, but I will always have a scar right here in the crease of my neck. Something, you know, guys, I actually am fairly proud of, a little bit, in a weird way. So, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
it's
yeah.
amazing to me.
It's weird, yeah.
It was a hard decision to make, though.
It was. You know, I, like a lot of people, I didn't like going to the doctor. I was one of those people that was focused on my career, focused on my personal life, and you just don't give your health the due diligence that you need, the priority. So I waited 8 years because I was taking medicine. I thought, oh, the medicine will take care of it. And it just stopped working for me this last year. It really got bad.
Wow,
So.
well, thank goodness for that viewer, that nurse who watched you on TV, noticed your symptoms, and at least alerted you so you could address the problem. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. And I do want to make sure that we kind of understand, with hypo and hyperthyroidism, there are some clarifications. Now that I'm hypo, we'll have to be very careful with my weight. I'll have to be watching exercise and diet as well. And now, because I don't produce the thyroid hormone anymore, I actually have to take a medicine for the rest of my life. But it has very little side effects in comparison to what I was taking before with the hyperthyroid medicine. So I'll be watching it very closely. This is something that can affect men, women, and even young children as well. So be careful and watch for it.
Very important story. Thank you so much, Maria. Hope it helps a lot of people out there.
Thank you for sharing that with us.